angels, it's Hailey Reese and welcome to or back to my channel. I hope that you guys are having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. For today's video, this has been brought to the channel by popular demand. I don't know what's in the air recently, but I've been getting so many comments to do a dedicated video talking about the closet game, breaking down how it's played, and talking about the risks of it, etc. And while I was fairly certain I had talked about the closet game before, I couldn't see it on my channel, and I was like a little confused in my mind as to whether or not I'd just known about it and advised against it in the past in a separate video, or if I had done a video on this before. So if I have, I apologize. I couldn't find it on my channel, but throwing that out there. But yeah, so today we're gonna dive into yet another paranormal game. It's been kind of a hot minute since we've went through different paranormal games, how people play them, and why you should probably be careful when it comes to playing them. And I'm excited because this game sparked quite the controversy a few years ago. This was a really popular game that people were playing alongside the elevator game, and people were breaking a lot of the rules when it came to this game. So I'm very curious to dive into it again, as it's been a while since I've visited it. With that being said though, before we get into today's video, I would very quickly like to thank today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative or curious people. You get to explore new skills, develop existing skills, and overall just get completely lost in your creativity. I found that creative challenges and productivity classes are a great way to structure your time and also reach and map out attainable, achievable goals. Whether you're looking to fend off boredom or practice self-care through creativity, or even just join a positive online learning community, Skillshare is that place to keep you learning. Now, I've taken quite a few classes on Skillshare. I've taken classes on productivity. I've taken classes on helping you with podcasting. But lately, I've been absolutely loving the class, Plants at Home, Uplift Your Spirit and Space. I have had an incredible time learning and just getting into my creative side on Skillshare, and I'm excited to let you guys know that the first 1,000 people to click the link down in my description will receive a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership, and then after that it's only around $10, so make sure you guys are within that first 1,000 people. Click the link down below and get creative. I promise you will never regret expanding your mind like that. But thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And with that being said, let's get into this particular paranormal game. So right off the bat, I want to say that this game is deemed one of the most dangerous paranormal games. But something that I'm seeing here on this particular website right off the get-go is that they have a note on safety that is aside from the paranormal spiritual realm. And it says, one of the bigger reasons it's not advisable to perform this ritual is the fact that it involves lighting a match inside of a closed closet. If you must perform it, make sure the closet is big enough or empty enough that there's no danger of accidentally lighting anything, clothing or other flammable items, etc. on fire. Although it's not specified in the requirements, I would recommend having a fire extinguisher readily accessible just in case. The boogeyman isn't the only thing to fear here. And this is so important to note. I can't even tell you guys how many times I've put myself out on paranormal investigations, and afterwards I look back and I'm like, oh my goodness, there were so many physical threats that I could have exposed myself to aside from the spiritual threats. So definitely, if you are somebody who's looking to play a paranormal game, make sure that you're taking into consideration not just how to protect yourself spiritually, but also how to protect yourself physically, because that is so important. So to play this game, it says that you need one player. It tells you to play at your own risk, and it says your requirements are a closet and a match. Here's the instructions. Begin at night. Darken the room. Turn out the lights of the room in which the closet is located and draw the curtains. If the closet also has a light, make sure it too is turned off. Make sure you have a match somewhere on your person. Open the closet, step inside, and close the door. There should be no light visible either inside or outside of the closet. Stand in the darkness for at least 2 minutes. Do not move. Do not speak. After the 2 minutes are up, hold the match out in front of you. Speak the words, show me the light or leave me in darkness. Listen closely. If you hear whispers in the darkness, light the match immediately and wait. If you hear nothing, do not turn around and wait. If you've made it this far safely, open the closet door, exit the closet and close the door again. Do not look inside the closet. In fact, don't look inside that closet ever again if you can help it, and especially not without all the lights on and burning brightly. Additional notes. Some who have successfully completed the ritual say that strange things happen at night if you leave the closet door open. But again, it is not recommended that you look in the closet with the lights off. But if you do, you might see 2 points of light gleaming out of the darkness, glowing red like the tips of a pair of lit matches. They say it may be eyes, but they might not. But they might. If you fail to light the match in time, don't fail. You don't want to know what happens if you do. So that's basically how you play the game. You go into a dark closet, you light the match, you say, show me the light or leave me in darkness, which is just such a creepy thing to say in general. And then when you complete the ritual, you're never supposed to look inside the closet again or go inside the closet ever again, which to me just seems very unrealistic. But I'm going to click the frequently asked questions section and see what some of the frequently asked questions are here. What happens if you look at a mirror? They said, I'm not actually sure. Good question. Personally, I would be careful about bringing a mirror into a ritual that doesn't specifically call for one. They could be powerful objects and they might cause unpredictable and unfortunate side effects. That is very true. Mirrors have been known as portals in circumstances, so I would not recommend to try to use a mirror to see. What happens if you fail to light the match on time? Don't let this happen. Just don't. How long are you supposed to wait after you've spoken in the dark? A minute or 2 will probably do it, although again, if you hear whispers, light the match immediately. Then they said, if I light the match in time, do I have to wait for the voices to lessen before I leave the closet? They said, my sense is that if you light the match in time, the voices will cease pretty quickly. If you don't though, well, an unlit match will be the least of your worries. They said, what happens if I have to get something out of the closet after playing the game, but I don't have anything to light it up? Then they said, the example given in this comment that asked this question was if, say, there's a power outage and you don't have any other source of lighting. Trouble is, though, that don't look in the closet if you can help it, and especially not without light circumstance remains the case, regardless as to what else might be going on in your life at any given moment. So I would say, unless it's absolutely essential, that you get something out of the closet and then wait till the power comes back on. Or ideally, don't store anything that you might need in that closet. Then you won't have to go in at all. Remember that whole thing where you need to be really, really sure you want to play these games before you start, considering the consequences is part of that decision. And then they said, can I use a lighter instead for a match? And they said, nope, matches only for this one. So personally, I don't necessarily see what about this game is so appealing or why so many people wanted to play it. I've heard of people who've played the game and absolutely nothing has happened. They've went in the closet in the dark. It's been fine. I've heard of people who've played the game and terrifying things occur from within that closet afterwards. So I think it's like any paranormal game, like any paranormal experience. Everybody's going to have different experiences, and it's a risk that you take when you play games like that. That's one of the biggest reasons that I always say you guys are totally free to do whatever you please in anything. I am not the one to tell you whether you can or cannot play paranormal games. I just typically tend to advise on the side of caution and advise people not to play unless you're aware of the consequences that could occur from playing these games, even if the game itself isn't real, so to speak. You never know what you could be summoning with that intention. Intention is everything in this universe, in this life, and you just never know what you could be attracting. Like Tony Spera told me when I went to the Warren's Occult Museum, he said, you don't get to choose when something that you've summoned comes. It could come in a day, it could come in a week, it could come in a month, it could come in years. You don't get to decide that. So if you guys are looking to play this game, I'm not sure if there's like a trend going on, because this has been like a surge of questions for me. Everybody's been asking about this game recently. I just suggest that you guys do your research and that you play safely, because even though some of these games may not be real on surface level, the paranormal world really is. So yeah, that's basically the closet game. I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. Please let me know that in the comments below. Once again, I would love to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. As I told you guys earlier, the first 1,000 people to click the link down in my description will receive a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. So make sure you guys click the link down below. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed, but you do enjoy my videos, I would seriously love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you.